Hey everybody, Stacy here with Pageantry Now. We have a super special edition today. We have Miss USA 2020, Asya Branch. She's going to be joining us in just a minute, and I'm so excited to have her hear about what her plans are for the year. Talk about what she's done in pageantry and where she's been and why she does this crazy thing that we do. Just as a reminder, Pageantry Now is all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do using a crown and a sash. Make sure that if you ask questions, and we really suggest that you do, that you keep them PG-13. We do have teenagers that watch. We don't want them seeing anything that's inappropriate. Hi there, Juan. How are you? So please, if you do leave a message, make it positive. That's what I'm about. I will ask the questions as I get opportunities if we have enough time. So just hold in there. With that being said, let's get started. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing great. Let me see. My husband set all of this up and now I can't find your title. Oh my gosh. Hey, Erin, how are you? Thanks for joining. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, not everything works the way I want, so this is all new tech. Welcome to the new world. Welcome to being Miss USA. How does that feel?
It feels unreal. I mean, you work so hard for something and you have this dream for so long, and when it actually becomes a reality, it's just so hard to really soak it in and believe it.
I know that when you were coming off a stage, the Queen Mom, Esther, was going, "What's your title?" And you're like, Miss Mississippi. And then you're like, no, I'm not. And what's your title? How did that feel? Because Esther's an amazing person, part of the Miss Universe organization. How did that feel that she pepped you up?
That was amazing. I just, in that moment, all week they'd be like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Mississippi." And they're like, "Okay, go in this line, go there." And so when she said, "Who are you?" I was like, "Mississippi." And then I had this realization that I'm no longer Miss Mississippi. I'm now Miss USA. And that was just so surreal. And I'm so grateful. And it seems unreal.
Isn't it craziness? Like, I mean, you never know what is going to happen. I mean, obviously, this has been a dream for a while. So let's talk a little bit about why. Well, okay, I have to ask you the question. It's kind of a silly question. But I ask it of every title holder that comes on here, and it started with Pia Warsbach, so there is an actual Miss Universe connection to it. Um, do you like frogs? Why or not? Why not?
Frogs?
Uh-huh.
Not really. I like tree frogs. I like to look at them. I think they're kind of cute, but I don't like to touch frogs because they're kind of slimy
Okay.
and squishy. But
In
I'm
Mississippi,
more of a
you guys
furry
have
animal
them, right?
type
You
of
guys
person.
have, I mean, because not every state has them, so you've got frogs there, right?
Yes.
Out in the woods and doing things. So they're good. And you went to Old Miss in Mississippi, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that experience being in college, growing up in Mississippi, and that experience for you.
So I started my major out as broadcast journalism, and then I switched it 2 years into integrated marketing communications with an emphasis in PR and a minor in general business. I just felt that was more suiting for me. I wanted something broad that I could do various things with, and so marketing, communications, PR, you could do a lot with those, and it just seemed more suiting for my personality.
So you want to do this? You want my job, or Chesley's job, because now Chesley's working for Extra. So like that's what you want to do, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. And this is a great way to be able to have that start. And, so many things are going to change over this following year. And let's talk a little bit about why you got into pageantry and what inspired you to want to do this thing that really is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is. I don't think people realize it until they get into it. But, I told my mom when I was 6 years old that I wanted to be Miss Mississippi. And so I think I kind of spoke it into existence long ago. And then I think it all happened by fate. I had someone ask me to compete in a pageant, and it's all just been uphill from there. I realized after that first competition that this was something that could truly benefit me, not only in the pageant world, but in life. This is something that has really helped me improve my communication skills and boost my self-confidence and help me interact with others better and be a true team player. Um, while still staying true to myself and embracing who I am.
That is phenomenal. So this dream is reality. Now you came off stage, they took you backstage, did your hair and makeup, you went into the press conference, which was amazing, and then you said, what happens from there? What happened from that moment on?
It all happened so fast. I mean, I I have to think back really hard because it was such a blur just trying to get through all of it. But following the press conference, we made the official photos, and then I was able to go up to the suite and eat some food and relax for a while. And then I got up the next morning and started more interviews.
That is so crazy. And you like then you went, you were in GMA, I know, and then you got on a plane and went to New York, right?
Yes.
So you are in New York now, and then yesterday, what happened?
I did interviews all day, virtually, of course. But that's what my days have consisted of. I've loved every second of it, just being able to share my heart and my story with so many different people all across the country, and just really getting to soak this moment in.
It's amazing. 72-hour blur. This is craziness. A week ago, you were not Miss USA.
Right. It's
3 days
crazy.
ago, you weren't Miss USA this time, 4 days ago. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about your platform and what you're going to do and what you have been doing throughout the years as a title holder to be able to make a positive change on this planet, on your world.
I've really been able to dive into working with at-risk youth, children of incarcerated parents, inmates, officials on changing in the changing things in the prison reform. But I really have enjoyed working with the youth because when you go through similar circumstances as myself, it kind of can knock you down and make you feel like you're not good enough, like you're not capable of accomplishing things, and that the cards weren't dealt in your favor. But I always say you can't control the cards that you're dealt, but you can control how you choose to play your hand. And that's just what you have to do. And so I've enjoyed being able to share my story with so many children to show them that they do have a shot, they do have a chance. I've been exactly in their shoes, struggling, but I've been able to overcome every obstacle that was placed before me and continue chasing my wildest dreams and making them a reality. But you've got to be able to believe in yourself and be willing to work hard to make that dream come true.
Well, and you have had a considerable childhood. I mean, what you are doing now working with children really goes back to your childhood. So let's talk a little bit about what happened and why, and also being the sixth child of eight. Am I correct with that? Let's talk
Yes.
about, because family has got to be amazing on how you get through all of this. So let's talk about why you started working with children and what you're doing with that.
Um, I I suffered a lot after my father's incarceration. That left me to a single parent household. There were still four of us children left at home. The rest were older and had moved on with their lives. But just seeing how I struggled, but mostly my little sisters. I have two younger sisters, and seeing them lose their father and seeing them ask all the time when he's coming home, when would he be back, and just seeing how it affected them in their everyday lives just broke my heart. And I had to step up and become almost like another parent for them because my mom was working so hard to provide for us. And so seeing how we suffered really made me think about how many other people are going through similar or worse circumstances than myself. And so that's really where I get the passion to want to push and fight for these children and their families, and give them a sense of hope and encouragement, because I've been able to do that for my siblings, and I want to be able, because I know a lot of people don't have that older example at home to help keep them on the right track and to help guide them towards their successes. And so I took it upon myself to try and be that for other children.
That's amazing. I mean, and I'm sure that um, having that support system through going through, having your older siblings helped you as well, gave you somebody to be able to be there to help guide you, be your role model. And then now on this experience of being Miss USA, what do they feel? I mean, what does your mom feel about this? What is that experience? Have you even gotten to really spend time with them?
Not too much, due to COVID, but I have been able to speak with them, and everyone is just over the moon and so excited and so supportive. It's been amazing to have them in my corner and to have them cheering me on. But they knew that this was a dream of mine, and I think they're just as excited as I am to see it come to fruition.
Awesome. You're so inspiring. And let's face it, this is a one of a kind pageant. This is never happened in the history of pageantry. Let's talk about COVID and this experience as being Miss USA and competing. What was all of that like? I mean, because I know some people have said, "Oh, the staging was kind of weird," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I think they're doing such an amazing job of keeping them spaced out and being able to do all the things you need to do." But let's talk about going into competition and then that final moment of crowning.
I think that it was very well planned out and put together, due to COVID. It was great that we were all able to fit on the stage at one time, even if we were socially distanced. And just going throughout the whole pageant week, the experience was truly as incredible as it could have been, due to COVID. And I really appreciate them really taking our health and safety into consideration and making this happen as smoothly and as safely as possible. But um, I will say that the biggest difference probably would just be not being able to hug the girls or touch them and not being able to hold their hands in that last moment. But we all were able to communicate throughout the week and speak to each other and get to know each other so well. And so it was truly incredible to share the stage with so many incredible women who I know each would have made such an incredible Miss USA. But that final moment of just standing there and hearing Mississippi called was just incredible. I really can't even explain what I felt, but it was just pure joy and gratefulness and a humbleness and just excitement all in one. It's just you hope for it for so long, but you know there's always that chance that it couldn't happen. And so the fact that it was just so unbelievable.
Magical. There's nothing that I can ever have that moment. And then the worst part is, I know in my experience, I blank out and I don't remember anything. Is that kind of what happened with you
Yes, and you almost kind
too?
of wonder if you heard him correctly. Did they just say Mississippi, or was I just hearing that? Yeah, it was, and you do just blank out, and you're in that moment, but you have to kind of go back and rewatch it to remember it.
You've got it forever. That's the one good thing is that you'll always be able and take lots and lots of pictures, like have those opportunities because it's going to go by in a flash. And I know with this class of 2020, it was a very different situation with all of you because you were pretty much on quarantine for most of your title. Uh, but I think the one thing that's been really unique is that all of you started communicating on Instagram and started doing, virtual chats. How did that feel having those opportunities to bond with these women in a way that maybe none of the other classes have had that opportunity to do?
It was great because when we got to the competition, it felt like we already knew each other. We were already such great friends, and so it's just that opportunity of being face to face now, and actually interacting with each other. But it just made it 10 times better because we felt like we were there with lifelong friends already.
Right. That's awesome. I think the class of 2020 is going to be one of the best, and just because you've got that relationship that doesn't usually get to be established before you get to pageants. So I think that's pretty cool. It's very unique. So now that you're in New York, you're on quarantine. How are you going to be able to? And actually, Fatima asks, what plans are you going forward with as Miss USA 2020, and how are you going to do that virtually?
I think we've found a way to do almost everything virtually now. I hope to continue with my prison initiatives and working towards working with at-risk youth and inmates. It is difficult to get into a prison during the pandemic, but I can still work with families and children through Zoom. I've been able to work with, throughout my Miss Mississippi USA reign, work with some organizations that work with at-risk youth, and so I've been able to speak with them through Zoom, which has been so wonderful and so beneficial. But I hope to be able to continue doing that and expanding what organizations that I work with and everything, but mainly just spreading positivity. I think that that's one of the most important things, is just being an example and showing people, how we can uplift others and how we can continue every day doing something better to leave the world a better place.
I absolutely agree. And that's exactly what our show is about, is positivity and pageantry and showing these amazing, talented women. And we've got men now that compete in pageants, um, that are changing the world, whether it's their world as a city, as a state, as a nation, as the world. So let's talk about that for a minute. You are now an ambassador to the United States. So, how are you going to explain to your new sister queens for Miss Universe how the United States is the best place to be able to live, and encourage them to come to the country when we can, and interact with all of them?
I think that the best thing about the United States is that we have so many liberties and freedoms. That's what makes us the greatest country. We have many things we can improve upon, but that's with everyone and everything. We can always become better. And so I think that's what we should focus on, constantly improving ourselves in hopes of improving our nation. But I think it's an incredible place to be because we have so many resources and we have so many freedoms. And so I think anyone could benefit from being here.
Awesome. So you're gonna. I'm assuming that you'll start to do Zooms or do Instagrams now with your Miss Universe to be sisters, um, and the possibility of being Miss Universe. Let's talk about. I know. I mean, it's like, wait, hold on. I just became Miss USA. Let's not even. If let's assume you win Miss Universe, how are you going to take this globally? Because this is a big deal. You have the opportunity to talk to, people that are making decisions governmentally, and then you would be are able to talk to the people that are at risk and at need, and you had that unique opportunity that most people will never have, even as Miss USA. So let's talk about building it.
Yeah, it's a lot because I'm still soaking in becoming Miss USA and what I can do throughout this reign. But the possibility of becoming Miss Universe, I've been thinking about it, and it still just doesn't seem real. I think that's obviously a once in a lifetime opportunity and a truly incredible opportunity and experience. And whomever is able to fill that role never disappoints, and they always become such an incredible spokesperson and role model. And I hope that if I were to become I can't even get it
Miss
right.
Universe. I know, it's like, wait, hold on a second.
It just seems so crazy to think about it. That's a true possibility now. But if I were to become Miss Universe, I would do everything in my power to continue uniting people and spreading positivity and just being that example to show that it doesn't matter where you come from or what your background is, we can all come together and do good in the world.
That's awesome, and that's really what we need in this world. We need this very much. So, somebody asks, Eric asks, how tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
There you go. See, and I know there have been Miss USA's and Miss Universes that are 5'2". So there you go. And we know based on your interview with Chesley that you are not singles. How does your boyfriend feel about all of this right now?
I think he's still soaking it all in. It's a big adjustment, but I'm so supported, and I feel like he's truly happy. And he did want this for me. Most people would be like, oh no, you're going to be gone. But he's like, I hope that you win and you move to New York and that you get to fulfill this dream and make a difference in the lives of so many people. So
Tell us about your infamous crowning dress and what inspired you to select it.
oh, this is my favorite story. I don't know who's heard it. I don't think I've gotten to tell it in any of my interviews, actually.
Tell
Um,
us.
so we went to the Sherry Hill um, market, her showroom at Market, and before Miss Universe during that time down in Atlanta. And, I filled this dressing room with all these different gowns. And the second I put this one on, I was like, I'm not taking it off. There was something, it just resonated with me. It clicked with me. And I was just like, no, this is perfect. I don't know who has to approve it, but I want this dress and I'm not changing my mind. But what really made me love it so much and connect so well with it was it's black and white. And growing up, I was called an Oreo. Black on the outside, white on the inside. And so it was difficult because I wasn't black enough for the black kids, and I wasn't white enough for the white kids, so it was hard to kind of find my place. And to me, wearing that black and white dress was liberating from what I thought defined me in my youth. And so it was just a moment for me to truly embrace who I am, regardless of the comments that have been made about me in the past. I felt so free and so real.
That is so amazing that that is the story behind it, because honestly, when I saw you walk on stage in it, that was exactly what I thought. I was like, it's an Oreo dress. And I didn't know why. I mean, it was horrible that I thought that, but like, because it was black on the ends and white in the middle. And I was like, it's gorgeous. She walks in it, like it flowed with you. And um, the story is so inspiring, though. And I'm so sorry that you had to deal with, I mean, I know we all deal with racism. It's something that's prevalent right now. But and that was one of the questions I asked in the press conference was, you are the fourth woman of color in 5 years to win the title of Miss USA, and that is legacy. So I want it to be not that that is so special, and you being the first Black Miss Mississippi. Um, it should be normalized. We should all be celebrating all of us and not going, oh, congratulations. So how do you plan to be able to be just the best person you can be, no matter of your color, and dealing with the racism?
I strive every day to be a better version of myself. I think we can all continue to grow each and every day and learn something new. But I just really I want to be that unifying factor that shows people that it doesn't matter. We can all do great things. We can all come together, and diversity is something that should be celebrated and should be normalized, and it's something we should expect to see in all areas of interest. It shouldn't just be in pageantry, but in the workforce and anywhere you look, you should be able to see an array of different backgrounds, cultures, and faces, and that's something that should be normalized in the U.S. and worldwide, honestly.
I agree. No, and that's one thing that let's talk about Zosie. Oh my gosh, have you met her? Is she in the apartment?
Yeah,
Talk
she's in
that
the other room.
taking up space. Hi, Zosie.
She's amazing. Oh, she's so amazing. She's so sweet and so kind. And honestly, I love listening to her speak. It's just so eloquent, and her accent is so beautiful. And so it's been an honor. And that was the first thing I really thought of, coming into the competition and everything. I thought, wow, if I win, I can live with Miss Universe. And it's so insane. And so we were flying here together, and we come in, and she's showing me which key works and everything. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And so we've been here together, and it's just been great. And she's such an incredible person.
She is amazing and absolutely inspiring, and is, as she said, taking up space. And that's what we need to do as women, no matter what color we are. Um, Fatima says, what are the top 5 things you'd like to accomplish as Miss USA 2020? No
Wow,
pressure.
5? Okay. I really have been thinking through this, and it's been a little difficult due to COVID because, you can't do everything that you normally would do. And so I'm sticking with my spreading positivity because that is number one. I think that within this role, I need to continue making a difference in spreading positivity and showing people that we should embrace our differences while also uplifting others. Because there's this cancel culture and just always feeling like if someone doesn't agree with our beliefs or doesn't agree with us, then we can't associate with them. And to me, that's just absurd. I think that regardless of beliefs, regardless of background, that we should accept and respect one another and continue loving each other. I don't know how many friends that we have differing beliefs, but we're still friends. We still love one another and respect each other. And I feel like that's what everyone should do. So biggest thing, number one, is definitely
that should be just it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hate to, okay, now I want to hug you. This is going to be really, really hard because I can't, I mean, hopefully when you give up your crown, I'll be able to be there, but it hurts me not to be able to go, I love you. Because we
I
need that
know, and that's
positivity.
so hard.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so I know, and one of the things that happens at Miss USA is that typically the Miss USA's, there's a tradition that Miss USA's previous title holders come together to welcome the new Miss USA. And we weren't able to do that because of COVID. So have you gotten any messages from anybody? Have any of the formers said, hey, congratulations? Tell me about that.
Yes, I've been trying to get through all of my DMs. It's been extremely difficult with the amount of messages, but I'm so grateful for everyone that has reached out and congratulated me, and shared the stories that they have from interacting with me. It has been so heartwarming. I had someone share stories from middle school of how I made them feel special every time that that I saw them, and I was like, you're making me cry. I cannot. But yes, I've had so many of the girls reach out to me, and actually, I don't know if you can see right
Yes,
there
the
that
flowers.
flower.
Uh-huh.
Um, they sent so that's from Chesley, Sarah Rose, Kyra McCullough, Deshauna, Olivia, and Nia. They sent those to me today, so it was so sweet.
Oh, they're awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, did we lose you? She froze. Okay. See, and that's what I love about that. And I I have interviewed all of them. They are amazing women. I call a couple of them friends. I think that it is a sisterhood like you've never had. You're gonna have so much fun. They're gonna be there. And with Chesley being in town, you can always go, hey, so look her up and go, tell me what to do, show me what we can do when you can do it. So, all right.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about your new Miss Teen USA because now there's the Fab Three. Um, have you been able to spend any time with Kaylani? And I mean, she's not at the apartment, is she?
No, she has gone back home. So we'll have to continue chatting on our phones, but she is an absolute angel. She is the sweetest thing, and she's just so bubbly and fun. And so I'm so looking forward to this year with her and just getting to know her more, and sharing so many different experiences.
So, do you have any idea when Miss Universe is going to be?
I don't.
So just sit and wait. Just sit and wait, and that's okay. That's all right. So, um, I gotta tell you, I'm so impressed by your compassion and your sweetness and like I feel your love, and I really want people to be able to understand that. Yeah, I mean, I can feel it. I can see it. That is, I'm sure, what the judges were looking for. And I think that you're going to be an amazing role model to these young women that are going to be looking up to you and going, I want to be her one day. And let's talk about that crown, baby. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well,
Oh,
I'll
you have
just.
it? Oh my gosh. I'm so
It's
jealous.
so pretty. I literally will just sit around and which way does it go? There we go. I just sit and stare at it, honestly. It's so pretty. I'm just, I'm amazed. Like, I'm seriously just over the moon that I get to admire its beauty for a year. Um, it is so beautiful, and I love the theme, the power of positivity. I said it couldn't be more suiting.
Thank you. Absolutely. I'm sad because at Miss Universe, I got the opportunity to hold the new Miss Universe crown when it was revealed, which my heart was just I and again, blink, I can't even remember what it was like. So people ask, well, was it heavy? Was it light? Could you wear it? I'm like, I don't know. So you get to hold it and let's just talk about the meaning behind the red, white, and blue and being able to share this USA tradition with people. Is it light?
Yeah, it is light, actually. It's very light. So I don't have a headache after wearing it. Um,
That's that is key.
yes. Um, it's, I'll see if I can get it close enough to
Wow.
focus. But there's the detail.
Stunning.
It's just,
Stunning.
it's so beautiful. Um, and like the detail in it is truly incredible. And I'm so grateful that that I get the opportunity to wear it, and that it stands for something so strong and so meaningful. Each of the crowns actually have such powerful meanings. I mean, you have unity, positivity, and hope. I mean, things that we should all carry in our hearts and throughout our everyday lives. And so I hope that we're able to continue spreading these messages and really embracing this throughout the year. And hopefully others will jump on this train of positivity, unity, and hope as well.
Please, please. That is exactly what I say. This is pageantry is about changing lives and making a positive change. And um, I love it. I know. I got one last question. I know we're running over a little bit. Um, so you love music. Music inspires you. Um, what when you're singing, how does that feel, and what kind of music is what fills you up and makes you feel whole?
It really depends on the time of day, what's happening in the day, and the mood I'm in. Um, People always ask, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite genre of music? And I'm like, it really depends on the moment. But I always, throughout this entire competition, I had one song that I listened to that really spoke to me, and it got me fired up, yet truly inspired me to continue doing what I'm doing. It's called History by Lauren Elena.
Oh, I
And
love this song.
right?
Oh my gosh, yes, totally. Oh my gosh, and that's the perfect song for this experience. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Do you sing it as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay, girl.
I
Wow. Wow. Okay, so explain to everybody else. I know what it is, but tell everybody history. I'm so sorry I interrupted.
it's such a powerful song, and the lyrics. I'm such a lyric person. I really focus in on a meaning of a song, and I find a way to relate to it. And so this song, I heard it, and I was like, wow, wow, I relate so much, and I need this to be my theme song. And so it just talks about we're coming for the victory. We're making history. They're gonna
Awesome.
hear the fire in our hearts beating because we didn't get this far to get defeated. We want the world to see that we're coming for the victory.
See, oh my gosh, now everybody's gonna have to have that as their crowning song because in your head when they were putting the crown on your head, was there a part of you that was going, "Oh my gosh, this is not just history. This is her story."
Yes, absolutely. It's amazing. I'm so grateful, and I'm grateful for the history that I've been able to make, and for the impact that I've been able to have, and just really soaking it all in. I really don't want to blink because I don't want time to go by. It's already been 3 days. So I'm just like, I can't believe it.
You are getting tons of love, tons of hearts. Um, Stunning congratulations from Miss US International. Let's see, there's a couple. Let me see. Good luck on your journey. Let's see. Loved your answer on gun control. We think that more women should feel empowered. That's fantastic. Um, let's see what else. Totally agree. Positive influence is contagious. So excited for you and congratulations. Um, People are just sending so much love to you, and I think that is what we need, and that's what we need to share. And it sounds like that's your goal as being Miss USA, is to just share that love and that positivity and keep going with that amazing contagious smile and that laugh that makes people feel wonderful and warm. It has been my absolute pleasure to get to know you. Ooh, new comment. Hold on. Um, Congratulations from Mrs. Cosmos International too. Like everybody's popping in. What
So
what is the
sweet.
fight? I know there's so much love from all of these women and all of these men that look at you and go, "You're our queen." So, what final thought, what final message would you like to share with everybody so they know what their queen is saying to them?
I want to thank everyone for all the love and support throughout this journey. But I just want to say that whatever dream, whatever aspiration that you have, don't let any of your hardships, any of your obstacles deter you from them. Don't feel defined by your experiences in life, but continue pushing through and chasing after your absolute wildest dreams because you are more than capable, and do not limit yourself.
Keep dreaming. You made your dream happen, and now on to the next dream. So, we'll stay tuned. We will watch you. We can find you obviously everywhere on the internet at Miss USA, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And you will be doing, I'm sure, a lot more lives on Instagram. I'm looking forward to, I don't do TikTok, but I'm sure you'll be doing stuff with Zosie. Hopefully, you'll be doing Friday night pizza nights too. I mean, have you been able to have anything like ice cream? I know in your Chesley interview you wanted to have ice cream, but have you been able to take a
I
breath
had
yet?
I had some pumpkin spice bundt cake. It was so good. Oh my goodness. Yes, I have definitely had something that hit the spot.
Awesome. Well, thank you, my love, for being here. You're amazing and inspiring. I'm so sad that I don't get to meet you in person, but I'm hoping um, in the midst of this, maybe we can have you on again and talk to you a little bit more as things go closer to Miss Universe. And I just want to know, I want you to know that we totally support you. And I cannot wait to see all the amazing things and the lives you change throughout this journey. So have a blessed time, take lots of pictures and videos, and stay well. Have a great time. It's going to go by so fast.
Yes, thank you so, so much for having me. I've enjoyed speaking with you.
You're amazing. Stay close. I'm going to tag you out for just a second because I know Meg's there. So just give me just a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody. That was Miss USA 2020 Asia Branch from Mississippi. So blessed to be able to have the opportunity to interview her, spend some time with her. Thank you, everybody, for being part of our world. We will be putting this up on our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook at Pageantry Now. If you have got questions, leave them below. We'll be able to chat with her probably through different media while she is able to do that in this amazing rain. And stay blessed, everybody. Again, thanks for being here. We are so grateful for every moment that we have to be able to change the world and make a positive point. So thanks for being here, guys. Have a great day.